everybody, what is going on? Welcome to RegularJosh 1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. Also, I have a vlogging channel called RegularJosh Adventures, where I basically vlog at theme parks like Disneyland and whatnot, so make sure to check those videos out as well. Also, hit that subscribe button. I recently reached 400 subs, which is very awesome. Let's shoot for 500 subs on that channel. Really want that one to grow. So if you do, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, I know, I'm 2 weeks late on this one. Believe me, I was considering returning with a video about this trailer, but I wasn't quite ready yet, and, you know, Rihanna came out with her own trailer, but I'm here now, so, let's discuss this movie. As you guys know, we are getting yet another SpongeBob film. 2 of them, in fact. One is going to be its 4th theatrical feature film coming out later on this year, SpongeBob Search for SquarePants, with Mark Hamill as the Flying Dutchman. That one is certainly going to be an interesting movie. Now, one that comes out in about 2 weeks on Netflix is Plankton, the movie. Very clever name. I swear, I think it was soon after Saving Bikini Bottom came out, that was when we found out that Plankton is getting his own movie. When I first heard of this movie though, I instantly was like, oh, not another one of these. Let's quickly discuss Saving Bikini Bottom for a little bit, okay? It's awful. Like, really awful. It honestly was impressive how bad this movie truly was. It just went so downhill when SpongeBob and Sandy went to the surface. Lots of pointless scenes, very bad acting, very weird ass motivation for why the scientist wanted to do what she did. I still have no idea how they even got Wanda Sykes to be a part of this movie. And speaking of, why did they decide that when her character was having a flashback to when she was a little girl, they photoshopped her head on a kid's body? Like, what was that? I didn't like this movie. So much so that when the SpongeBob show had a new Christmas special starring Sandy and her family from the movie, yeah, that was an instant skip for me. I may not have had much of an opinion of the family in general, but just because they're from that particular movie, that was enough for me to say no instantly. So you can imagine that when I found out we were getting another Netflix film, I wasn't looking forward to this one at all. I didn't even watch the trailer until now. I'm not even kidding. Mainly because, well, I wasn't really all that interested in the first place, but since I'm making videos again, this was just the perfect time to finally check it out. In this trailer, we see something interesting. Karen is the villain of this movie? She gets fed up about how his schemes have never really worked over the past 25 years and that she doesn't feel like partners in crime in this relationship. So she decides that she is going to do what Plankton was never able to do, take over the world. Since she actually became a legitimate threat, it is now up to Plankton and everyone else to come together and stop Karen from destroying Bikini Bottom and the world. Now, I was going into this trailer expecting something pretty bad. I mean, come on. This is another SpongeBob Netflix movie. I knew this was gonna be bad. Not only that, but the quality of SpongeBob movies over the years have just been getting worse and worse. If I gotta be honest with you, this already looks much better than whatever the heck Saving Bikini Bottom was. It actually looks like this could be an interesting movie, mainly because, again, Karen is the main villain in this one. That's something that I don't think we've ever seen before in a SpongeBob episode, at least to my knowledge. We've seen Karen and Plankton not get along with each other plenty of times, even to points where she'll just straight up kick him out of his own home. But for her to become the main threat or even take over Plankton's plans, that's a new one. Again, I think this does put an interesting spin on things because she clearly is taking a different approach to taking over the world, and she's also way smarter than Plankton is. I mean, obviously. She's a computer. My only question though is, will Plankton just fully stop her from taking over the world, or does he at all join her? Because this was something that, you know, he wanted for a long time. I mean, I guess the obvious answer to that would be no, you need Plankton to save the day since it's called Plankton the movie, but yeah, that's what it is. Now, while I do think this movie looks much better than Saving Bikini Bottom, and I am curious enough to most likely check out this movie, I gotta admit, I wish it was about something else. Not saying we shouldn't have a movie starring Plankton, that's not the issue. But so far, we've had 4 movies released, with this one being the 5th one, and The Search for SquarePants being its 6th overall film to come out later this year. All but 2 of those movies so far have basically had the same plot line of Bikini Bottom going into chaos. We have to go on this big crazy journey to save our town. They've done this plenty of times already, especially in some episodes within the series. Sure, this is a movie about world domination too, but it still revolves around disaster basically. I just want something new when it comes to the plot. Granted, I think this kinda was a given when it comes to a Plankton-based movie. You kinda have to have it being about him taking over the world at some point. I mean, I don't know, I feel like there's so many times you can really watch characters saving Bikini Bottom without it getting old. Maybe if we had an origin story of Plankton's life and how he got into the life of evil and taking over the world, that probably would have been a little bit more intriguing to me. Maybe that's more of an episode idea or a special, who knows. Regardless, Plankton, the movie, doesn't really look too bad, in my personal opinion. It's gotten me pretty curious enough about it, so I most likely will be giving it a watch. Do I expect it to be a funny film? Not really. Humor has been pretty lackluster with the past 2 films, so I can't really see this one being improved all that much. I'm much more interested in the plot here and how it's going to turn out. Also, I'm curious on how Plankton is going to be as the main character in this movie. Judging by some episodes where it does star him, this certainly could work. At least I hope it does. We'll just have to wait and see. Plankton the movie comes out March 7th on Netflix. I mean, seriously, you guys could have waited 1 more week and it would have been the perfect release date. March 14th, the day that crab fries. Come on! You guys were so close. But what do you guys think about this trailer? Are you gonna check it out when it releases on Netflix? I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.